Good evening, I'm Mark Strassman. The White House suggested today that President Trump is prepared to double down on his trade war with China. The president at the G7 summit in France said today he had doubts about the strategy, but officials quickly clarified that his only regret is that he hasn't been tougher. Ben Tracy is traveling with the president.
We have horrible trade deals, and I'm straightening them out. The biggest one by far is China.
At his first meeting of the day, President Trump seemed to admit he's not entirely sure about his trade war with China.
Mr. President, any second thoughts on escalating the trade war with China?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why not?
Second thoughts?
Might as well. Might as well.
You have second thoughts about escalating the war with
I
China?
have second thoughts about everything.
The White House now says what the president meant is that he wishes he raised the tariffs on China even higher.
If his second thoughts are really about wanting to raise the tariffs higher, is he going to raise the tariffs higher, and to what?
He hasn't made any decision whether he's going to raise the tariffs higher. We're not going to speculate.
New UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson told the president he's not a fan of tariffs.
Just to register the faint sheep-like note of our view on the trade war, we're in favor of trade peace on the whole.
Today, all 7 world leaders met for a session on the global economy, called for by President Trump. A senior administration official says the White House feels French President Emmanuel Macron is spending too much time on topics such as climate change and gender equality to score political points and isolate President Trump.
It's billions and billions of dollars. Tremendous for the farmers.
Later, the president announced a new trade deal with Japan. Mr. Trump also commented on this weekend's missile test by North Korea. Kim Jong-un's regime claims it has now perfected a new rocket launching system.
I'm not happy about it, but again, he's not in violation of an agreement.
But these tests do violate UN Security Council resolutions supported by the United States, a fact Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe reiterated to President Trump.
I can understand how the Prime Minister of Japan feels.
In what came as a big surprise here in France, the foreign minister of Iran suddenly showed up. He ended up having a meeting with the president of France, but he left town before having any sort of meeting with President Trump. Mark?
Ben Tracy, thank you.